Hi everybody, it is Bethany from Bethany on Books, and today I'm going to give you my thoughts on Such a Quiet Place. This book is by Megan Miranda, and then the artwork is by Erica Geneva. So, in Such a Quiet Place, it's this really quaint little neighborhood, and everybody likes everybody, and they spend all their summers together. There happened to be a murdered 14 months ago. What? A murder? Yes, a murder, but the murderer got set free and is coming back because you see the murderer, or the suspected murderer, Ruby, she lives in the neighborhood and she's coming back to torture everybody. Not like actual torture, just like mental torture. We are following Harper. So Harper used to be Ruby's roommate. So we're following the story through her eyes as you're going through the week that Ruby comes back and all the stuff that she's doing. You know, she's against everybody because everybody sent her in jail. She's trying to make everybody uncomfortable, successfully, I might add. Before I go on my rants on this book, I do want to say one thing that I did like, and that was that I didn't hate all of the characters. So that's good, right? I didn't dislike everybody. Like Ruby annoyed me a little bit, Harper annoyed me a little bit, but I wasn't vehemently against them. Don't you hate it when you read a book and you just don't even care what happens because you just are not rooting for any of the characters? I didn't get that, at least in this book. I'm not going to say I was for anybody, but I wasn't vehemently against anybody. But here was my main beef with the book. And that was that I felt like Miranda wanted me as the reader to think certain things, and so she would just spell them out for me instead of letting my mind take me there. And I have a perfect example that I'm going to read to you of what I'm thinking about this. So this is very short, but it says, Ruby's fingerprints had found on this handle along with mine, Brandon's, Fiona's, and more. I thought about that now, about how much of ourselves we leave behind in every interaction. See, stuff like that was spelled out everywhere. I felt like Miranda should have made me think that thought myself about how much of myself I leave everywhere. But littered throughout the book, you don't even get a chance to dwell about these things, think about these things, think about your community and how well you really know your neighbors or anything like that, because she tells you exactly what she wants you to think. And that was blah. Like, for real though. Very blah. This was one of the books that I read for one of my book clubs, and one of the girls in my book club had said that there was at one point towards the end of it that she started a new chapter, and in the first paragraph, nothing new had happened. There'd been no new information discussed. There had been no character that was developed. It was literally a paragraph of nothing, because we all kind of felt similarly that this book was just trying to make us feel and think things that A, we didn't, or B, it was just spoon-fed to us. It was not a super enjoyable read. I actually kind of rushed through it because I was kind of over it. Not because I disliked the characters, but because I disliked the story. Of course, people don't truly know their neighbors. We know our neighbors pretty well. I mean, I actually really like my neighbors. I love my neighborhood. But this is trying to paint this picture of how nobody really knows their neighbors. Nobody really knows their neighborhood, and anything can happen to anybody. Duh. This was not one that I really enjoyed. So that's just on me. I kind of don't want to read any more of Megan Miranda's books. This left a really sour taste in my mouth. So I want to know if you've read any of her books and if I should give her another try. Let me know in the comments below. If you've read this book and you liked it, please tell me what you liked about it. I am just I just didn't enjoy it, and I feel horrible. I'm finally doing my very first book review, and it's not a positive one. I'm so sorry about that. But let me know in the comments below if you've read any of Megan Miranda's stuff and if I should give her another try. Well, I have been Bethany, your host on Bethany on Books, and I look forward to talking with you again. Bye. So, you really didn't like this book. I didn't. I thought I would, but actually I didn't. Okay, I feel feel that.